Hello, friends. Today I am taking up the topic understanding individuals, nature of man, similarities and differences among individuals, personality development and its determinants, perception, factors influencing perception. So, basically, there are three different topics. I'll try to cover it in a single video. So let us start with individual behavior. In organizational behavior, we know the organization has three different meanings. The first one is the hierarchy of management, which is also called organizational structure. The function of organizing is also called organization. And the third one, an institution, a company or a college or any institution, that is also called an organization. All of us know that. But an organizational behavior, what do you mean by organizational behavior? How can an organization behave? Because an organization is made up of several people, several persons. There are individuals working together in an organization. So, individual is most important for that organization. So, the behavior of that individual is also very important. Now, we'll see what is this individual behavior, the similarities and differences. We know that organizational behavior is all about human behavior within the organization. There are hundreds and thousands of persons working in any organization, depending upon the size. But this total number of people working together as a collection of individuals. All the people working together, there may be hundreds or thousands of workers in an organization, but ultimately they are a collection of individuals. An individual is a single person having his own features, intelligence, perception, which is unique and different from everyone else. We know that everyone is different from the other, not only in his appearance but also in his thinking, his mentality, his intelligence, his knowledge, his qualification, his training, and all that. Like most of you must have assembled jigsaw puzzles. You know, jigsaw puzzles. You probably know that such puzzles consist of numerous small, oddly shaped interlocking pieces, which, if assembled correctly, form a complete picture. Moreover, no two puzzles are exactly alike. Each puzzle consists of different numbers of pieces of varying shapes and sizes, which interlock with one another in different ways. The human behavior is analogous to a jigsaw puzzle. Just as the puzzle differ from one another, similarly, no two individuals behave precisely the same manner in the same situation. Thus, each person is in an organization has unique behavioral pattern which varies from those of other individuals. If managers want to manage people effectively, they must understand human nature. Many behavioral theorists believe that human behavior is caused by certain external and internal stimuli. Individual behavior is not random in nature. Instead, it is directed towards achieving certain specific goals. Human behavior can be understood from three different perspectives: the traditional perspective, the behavioral perspective, and the perspective based on the input output system. So, in traditional perspective, early behavioral theorists regarded human behavior as a stimulus response process. In other words, the stimulus causes a corresponding response. That is, it evokes certain behavioral patterns in an individual. Now, what is this stimulus? Stimulus means it is the reason that initiates a person to act or react in certain way. The classic SR model has been modified to give rise to the SOR model, stimulus response model, that was modified to give rise to SOR model, where O is represented by the organism or the individual who constantly interacts with the environment. He observes the surrounding environment, emulates what others are doing, avoids doing certain things, and in the process develops a certain pattern of behavior. The behavioral perspective attempts to explain human behavior with the SOB model. Here, what is SOB? S is the situation, O is organism or individual, and B is behavior. Situation refers to the physical, socio-cultural, and technological aspect of the environment. And the individual plays a very important role in this model. Both the physiological and psychological aspect of individual are taken into consideration. The physiological aspect includes heredity, nervous system, sense organs, and muscles. The psychological aspect include cognitive and psychological process and the personality of the individual. The individual therefore is highly complex being. The individual and the situation interact with each other. Behavior is an input-output system. Stimuli in the form of inputs are processed at a central processing region and converted into outputs or responses. The central processing region in which the stimuli are processed into responses is responsible for cognition. So, cognition thus forms a vital aspect of human behavior. It includes perception and other related processes such as thinking, reasoning, problem solving, and decision making. In other words, cognition refers to the act of knowing something. The knowledge precedes behavior. Apart from cognition, the central processing region is also responsible for the storage of information, which is known as memory. Now, there are certain factors which affect human behavior. Individual behavior can be defined as how an individual behaves at work. A person's behavior is influenced by certain factors. First of all, we can say that what are the similarities and differences between individuals. We can say every human being is similar in the sense that everyone has got two eyes, two ears, one nose, two hands, two legs, and like that. But they are different in things that their complexion is different, their height, their weight, their look, their face, everything is different. So, in spite of having so many similarities, the individuals are totally different from one another. So, a person's behavior is influenced by following factors, that is, attitude, perception, and personalities. The personal differences like age, gender, marital status, education, family background, these all affect the behavior of an individual. What are the environmental factors? The prospect in the company, the chance of getting promotions, salaries, motivation. These are the environmental factors or organizational factors like facilities provided in the company, the right job for right people. We have already studied rewards, rules and regulations, these things. Then in psychological, there are two things. The one is personality and the second one is perception. So we have seen that similarities and differences, the likeness or resemblance are called similarities, and unlike or the difference. Individual behavior means how an employee behaves, reacts, or responses in a given environment. The biographic characteristics, physical, related to height, weight, skin, complexion, vision, shape and size, etc. For example, you can take age. Younger people are more energetic, innovative, adventurous, whereas the old people are more experienced. They may be more perfect based upon their experience. Gender. This is inherited feature. No one knows that he is going to be born as a boy or a girl. That is all hereditary. So these are inherited features. Other things like religion, marital status, on the basis of experience, these are the things that affect the behavior. What are so these are all biological or biographic characteristics which are inherited. Now, learned characteristics, relatively permanent change in behavior resulting from interaction with the environment. Personality. Personality is a dynamic concept that refers to personal traits, the features. And perception is the viewpoint by which one interprets situation. So we have seen that the individual behavior, it depends on several factors like biological, under which hereditary things are and features and all are included, and two other things, they are personality and perception. So now we'll discuss what is personality and what is perception and what are the determinants. But before that, the attitude also affects the individual behavior with a frame of reference. It is a tendency to act in a certain way, either favorably or unfavorably concerning objects. This is the attitude. People concerning objects, people, or events. A person's attitude towards a given situation can be ascertained by measuring and understanding his feelings, thoughts, behaviors, values. Value represent basic conviction and they are very important in the study of organizational behavior. The environmental factors are like employment level, wage rates, general economic conditions, technological developments, socio-cultural factors, political factors, legal factors. So all these things, all these are the factors that can affect or change a human behavior. Now we come to personality. Personality, everyone has his own personality. The personality of a person varies from the personality of every other person. What is personality? According to G.W. Allport, he gave the definition of personality. Personality is the dynamic organization within the individual of those psychophysical systems that determines his unique adjustment to the environment. Psychophysical means both psychographic and physiological. Psychological and physiological systems that determine his unique adjustment to the environment means how he responds to a certain situation in the given situation. Meaning, personality means how people affect others and how they understand and view themselves, as well as their patterns of inner outer measurable traits and the person. Situation interaction. Personality is used in terms of influencing others through external appearance. But personality should include external appearance and behavior or social stimulus value. External appearance, we normally see and say if we see a handsome, a tall guy, we say that he has got a very good personality. But that is not the whole personality. His knowledge, his way of thinking, his maturity, his temperament, everything is included in this personality. Inner awareness of self as a permanent organizing force. The particular pattern or organization of measurable traits, both inner and outer. So, what is the nature of personality? Personality reflects individual difference. As I said, every individual has a different personality. Personality is consistent and enduring, it stays with the person. Personality can change. So, what are the determinants of this personality? There are biological determinants like heredity, brain, physical features. Heredity means whether he is a male or he is a female, he is white complexion, he is whitish or he is black complexion. These are all hereditary. No one has any control over these features or these hereditary characters. Intelligence, the brain, the thinking, that also depends. The child carries the genes of his parents. So the knowledge level of the child is similar to that of his parents. Physical features, the height, the weight, the complexion, looks, all these things are physical features. And no one has control over all this. This is all by birth. But other things, other factors like cultural factors, family and social factors, the home environment, family measures, social group, all these things affect the personality or they make up the personality of a person. In social factors, we can say the society, the culture in which he lives, the community, the relationships, family environment, workplace, all these things affect the behavior, personality of a person. Cultural also, traditional norms, customs, rules and regulations, whatever we see from our childhood, in our family, in our neighborhood, so that affects our thinking, our personality. We think in the same way what we have seen around us. The religion, the beliefs, all these are the factors that affect the personality of a man, of an individual. Now, what is perception? People working in an organization could differ in many ways. They could differ in physical characteristics such as height, weight, complexion. We have already discussed it. They could also differ in backgrounds, characteristics like level of education and training. But the most important difference could be in their perceptions. To a person, what he perceives is the reality, irrespective of the objective truth. Here we can give the very famous example of a glass half filled with water. Some people say that the glass is half filled, and the others say that the glass is half empty. So the way a person sees the situation, that is called perception. Thus, the reason people react differently to even similar situations. That is the underlying cognitive process of perception that shapes the way they think about a situation. Example, if an employee is found leaning back on his chair in his cabin with his eyes closed, and suppose his boss suddenly enters his cabin and sees him leaning back and with his eyes closed, one person may think that he is sleeping in the office. He may take action against him, he may charge him. But at the same time, a different person, a different boss comes in, and he may perceive that this person is thinking about something very important about the organization. So he will react differently. So, in the same situation, two people have reacted differently in two different ways. Similarly, every other person will behave differently according to their perception. Now, accordingly, they will take different actions. So, now we can say that perception may be defined as the process by which an individual selects,